This is Steve Adamko, and this is an open sales audio letter to the salespeople at Don Seelye Ford in Kalamazoo, Michigan. This all came about through a series of events in which my ex-girlfriend ended up buying 2 cars from Eric Hollywood Harrington. They got into a discussion during the whole scenario, and the conversation turned to marketing. Well, my girlfriend or ex-girlfriend was basically trained by me in the areas of marketing. Now, not to my level, but she sure knows enough that she could put a lot of other salespeople to shame relative to the marketing. Now, maybe not the selling of the actual car, but definitely in the marketing aspect. So Eric asked some opinions in what she thought of his presentation and sales ability and all that. So ultimately, she gave him a fantastic testimony or testimonial, which is pretty kick butt, more so than most people give, because again, she's trained by me as to how to give a proper testimonial that actually includes a call to action, not what the ordinary individual is going to give. So my ex-girlfriend suggested that Eric give me a call relative to marketing himself. Now, in the world of sales, your best bet and time investment is to be in front of the customer, belly to belly, face to face, selling an automobile or car or truck. Now, as far as the dealership is concerned, they want to sell cars, trucks, SUVs, all of that. But do they really care who actually sells them? Probably not, as long as they are sold. Now, who really cares about who sells them? You, the salesperson. Because this is not a cumulative thing or a common purse thing where everybody sells everything and then they divvy up all the profit or commissions and then divide them out equally. Doesn't happen, does it? Now, I've heard that it is up to you salespeople to bring in your own business. Seelye Ford is going to do a certain amount of that with their general advertising, but probably not much else. And I have been on their website several times regarding the Kalamazoo location. So I get on the website, I hover over About, which is about our dealer careers, Meet Our Staff. I click on Meet Our Staff. Well, we've got the executive management, we've got the sales, and we've got basically the name and the position, whether they be a sales manager or a sales consultant or internet sales. But guess what? There are no photos there. Yes, there are photos, but they are just an icon. In other words, we've got all these people here and the same icon, which is just kind of a shadow or an outline of a face or a head there for every person. So if I click on a salesperson's name, it's just a larger version of the head icon with their email address and the phone number with the extension. That's it. I don't know what they look like. It's just a name. It's like name, rank, and serial number. What does that do? And I'm surprised that Seelye Ford, being as large as they are, does not have this situation taken care of. In other words, where are the photos? In other words, let me ask it this way. What's wrong with this photo? A lot. So it all looks relatively generic other than for the name and the title of each individual. There is nothing about the individual. So now, salespeople, it's up to you to distinguish yourself amongst all the salespeople there. Now, you might say, well, we're all one big family. But I'll tell you what, you're not splitting up all the commissions and all the profit and distributing it equally to everyone there. It is up to you. You are going to have to market yourself. Marketing is one of the things that I do. And I've studied it quite extensively for a number of years from the very best. Most of these folks right now aren't even living, but they are some of the most iconic sales and marketing people that have ever lived. So we get into situations where you need to have some marketing that sets you apart from everyone else. What is distinctive about you? What is your unique sales position? What is your unique sales proposition? What is your unique sales message? What is unique about you? So when we come to car sales, it's just obvious that when you deliver a sale or a car, you're going to make sure it's all ready, it's washed, maybe waxed, and it's detailed, whether it's a new car or a used car. And specifically, it probably comes more into play with a used car, detailing it. Okay, that's part of the presentation. Now, what's funny about this is that some of you have a presence on YouTube. But here's the problem. It's not very good. The presentation is not very good. We've got people taking videos with their cell phones with a lot of wind noise, okay? AKA the car coach. We've got a lot of people with shaky camera action. It's not even edited. It's not modified. It's not put forth like a sales advertisement should be for an individual. In other words, what you should have, each one of you should have a sales ambassador that works for you 24/7. And one of the things I do is I interview salespeople. I ask the right questions to get the right answers, to deliver the right results for you. Things that set you apart from your competitors, your competition, and even the salespeople in your dealership. You're competing with them as well. That's why they give awards like, top salesperson or special parking place or whatever. So taking the analogy of wash, wax, detail the car before you deliver it to the end consumer, what are you doing with the presentation of yourself? A lot of the videos, they suck, all right? They're poorly done. It's like they're not washed, waxed, or detailed. So what's the analogous situation here? There's no editing done. If you say, well, the thing about this, then you don't need one "the" in there. So there's no editing to the soundtrack. The video is not enhanced. The video is shaky camera action. The video has wind noise in it. Well, who the heck wants to listen to a lot of wind noise on a windy day? Okay, look at the quality of that. That just sucks. And you guys are supposed to be professional. Well, it's so easy for anybody to put anything on YouTube. But, it's just as easy to do a crappy job of it instead of a professionally done job of it by somebody who really knows what they're doing and has the equipment to do it. All right. So Ford puts together these awesome commercials and they're well done. Cost thousands of dollars to do a commercial there. And yet, compared to you, it looks like you came from the other side of the tracks, quality-wise. So, if you're going to dress like a professional, then present yourself like a professional and make sure it's edited. That's why they edit things in a book. If somebody does a transcription of a voice recording for the book, they edit it. A book, a paper, it's all edited before it goes out. Make sure the punctuation is there and everything else is there. Again, this is like detailing the car. So where's the detail in your personal presentation about what you're doing and what you bring to the table and what you can do for each client? Now, here's another thing. Setting up your unique selling positioning. Suppose you like to sell trucks and you love dealing with someone on a truck. Well, then why don't we present that the way it should be? So yes, you do a lot of other things, but that's your specialty. That's what you're known for. So, all of you, what are you known for? What separates you from everyone else in the dealership? Take a look around. Ask yourself, what separates me? What distinguishes me? What can I do better than anybody else here? And expand on that. Let people know what you have. And wouldn't it be nice if everybody was pre-qualified, in a sense, to come in and see you? That they wouldn't have a problem with waiting for you. That people were taking reservations to see you or buying a ticket to see you, so to speak. Having your pipeline full, your funnel full, instead of just wandering around the showroom, waiting for somebody to step on the lot or come into the showroom. Why can't they be predestined, in a sense, pre-qualified, pre-zoned to come and talk to you? Have you thought about that before? So what is going out there? You need a sales ambassador. And what I do are these specific audio/video productions that are a hybrid, very distinctive. I'm a copywriter. I know what to say, how to say it, to bring business to you, predisposed to do business with you. So I'm going to ask you one very important question. So here's the big question. Why should I, as a customer, choose your business, your product, your service, or you versus any and every other competitive option available to me? Now, if you can't answer that question, then you've got bigger problems. Typically, this means that you've been getting your customers only because of the cheapest price, convenient location, or your personal smile and charisma, or the good fortune of being the only provider, or maybe the only one on the showroom floor, or whatever. Lots of reasons. But all these leave you very vulnerable to new competition. So you're there on Stadium Drive with a lot of other car dealerships, and you need to set yourself apart, first of all, within your own dealership and amongst all the other car salespeople, automotive salespeople, truck salespeople on Stadium Drive. So I chose to roll out this service first to Seelye Ford because of my ex-girlfriend buying 2 cars there. And she filled me in on the whole story, how it worked, the whole experience, everything else like that. And so that's why I'm rolling it out to you guys first. Now I'm going to be rolling it out to all the other dealerships and the salespeople, because remember, they're not coming to you solely because of the dealership. I mean, that might be part of it, but we do business with people. They're coming to see you. And so do you want to be the one that they ask for by name, that they come to see, even outside of any referrals from your prior customers? Because there's a lot of people out there besides the customers that your customers know. Okay? So if you want to rise to the top of the heap, you've got to do something that gets you there. That's what I provide. So give me a call at 866-239-6520, and we can go over what we have to offer to set you apart in a tailored, personalized fashion. Which means even if I worked with 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 people at your dealership, each one of you is going to get a very personalized presentation. It's not going to be cookie cutter at all, because I've never done that my whole life. Everything I've ever done in design, in marketing, advertising, selling has all been personalized to each and every individual. That's what sets me apart. So you need someone who has the knowledge, the expertise to take things, to take a interview and edit it and put it in production so that it's working for you 24/7 around the clock as your sales ambassador, while you're sleeping, while you're working with another customer, all the time. You see how important this presentation is? Not just doing a cell phone video that's shaky, or not doing one where you've got all kinds of wind noise. I mean, who wants to hear that? I mean, that's just terrible. I mean, come on, guys. Look at it from the standpoint of you're the car. You're what you're selling. You got to sell you first before they're going to buy a car from you. All right? So you've got to be polished and detailed too. And your marketing has to be exactly that. Not a lot of the stuff you guys been doing, which is not all that impressive, to be quite frank with you. A lot of what you are doing with your videos on YouTube, and I know 2 of you exactly, I've seen your stuff, no big deal. Okay. It kind of might show your personality a little bit, but it's not rocking it for a lot of other people. And what about the customer who could afford to buy 3 cars at one time? Are you appealing to that individual, or is your presentation too darn sloppy to even pull them in and attract them? So if you want to get the big fish, you got to be really attractive to them. Okay? Understand that? Any of you that go out and fish, I think you need to understand what it takes to get the big ones. Fishing, hunting, whatever. Or golf. How about that? What's it take to get the lowest score? The hole in one, the eagle. Okay? So I hope you get my point. And this is serious business. This is money in your pocket. You're putting a lot of time and effort into things, so make it work for you. A lot of you that are doing YouTube videos right now, you really need a total revamp. I mean, it might be working to a degree, but when an outsider looks at it like me, it's like, oh my gosh, that is mediocre. Almost pathetic, and a lot of times it just plain sucks. Okay? Is that what you want to be known for? I don't think so. All right. So this might be a little bit hard hitting for you, but I think all of you have quotas you have to meet if you're going to be there. All of you want to make more money. All of you would like to have more commissions, more perks, more what have you. But like so many other salespeople, it's just like the same old, same old, same old. And that's kind of pathetic across the whole industry. A few people might stand out, but not many. Not many. And you have to decide if you want to be the one who really stands out and is known for something. You can't be everything to everyone. Okay, so you're going to have to pick something that you're really good at, something you can promote as a lead-in to open some doors for you. Again, while you're working with another client, while you're wandering the showroom or the car lot, wondering where the next customer is going to come from and when, and while you're sleeping. Isn't that just total kick butt? I think it is. That's where the horsepower comes from. That's where the torque comes from. So you need torque, you need horsepower if you're going to do this right. So a lot of the stuff that's perpetrated out there is no big deal from some of these auto consultants. I mean, it's the same old thing. I just recently saw an interview where somebody was interviewing on YouTube a sales manager. And I'm thinking, the cameras or the cell phone is steady for a while, then it starts jiggling around. And it's like, gosh, that is just distracting. And that's not professional. So why would anybody post something that dumb? It just lacks professionalism. I mean, pure and simple. I mean, I'm calling it what it is. Okay. You guys got to call it what it is. And so whoever wants to stand up and say, hey, I want to make a difference here. I want to have more sales. I want people predisposed to come in and see me. I want people to come in and ask for me. I want people coming in to see me who don't have any prior association, like a friend of somebody I already sold a car to. There's a lot of people out there that you don't know, and a lot of people out there that your prior customers don't know. Okay? A lot of money sitting out there. And you're competing not only against the people in your dealership, but the other dealerships down Stadium Drive. All right? So this is Steve Adamko. Definitely give me a call, 866-239-6520.